Power Hour, everybody. Every week we get together at a round table, around a round table, and we make sure we call another business owner in here, and we have kind of like a powwow thing going on around the table, because we're all about empowering small businesses other than ourselves. Because you know what? In our society today, most small businesses only care about themselves. So you know what? We came up with this idea. We're going to have a power hour where we sit around and we discuss how to empower each other. And the main thing we can do is show support, show love. Tonight, it's all about Miss Tracey Hall. Miss Tracey Hall, I've never met her before, but I'm sure before the show is over with, I'll know all about her. Thanks to my trusted cohort on the end down here, me and Lisa's trusted cohort, Mr. Kenneth Wayne. Mr. Kenneth Wayne is a small business owner himself. He owns 2 or 3 different businesses, maybe 4 or 5. I lost count. But hey, he owns businesses too, and this is part of his network. Tracey is part of his network. He's bringing her in with us, and hopefully in the next 5 or 10 years, we can make a lot of things shake in the Houston, greater surrounding areas, y'all. Kenneth Wayne, what you got to say to our listening audience before we kick this thing off for real, my man?
You need a house.
Sure, I'm sure a bunch of people need a house. I'm sure of that.
Let me stop playing. It's good to see everybody out there today. We coming real this week. Last week was fire. This week gonna be the flames gonna burn even higher. Then by the end of the month, we're gonna burn the house down.
Oh God.
Yeah, so hey, and burning the house down literally means a good thing.
Burning the house down does mean a good thing. I promise you that. And we don't mean burn the house down in a bad way, y'all. We mean it in a good way. So y'all out there in the listening audience, don't say, "Oh my God, they said they're gonna burn the house down." That's not what we mean. Tell them what you mean, Kenneth Wayne.
This month we got the ladies of entrepreneurship. The ladies is pretty much what makes everything go in business these days. Because without them, we couldn't make it. So that's what we're featuring. Up and coming entrepreneurs. We want a little bit of everything. Last week we had a book writer. This week we got a life coach, life investor.
Life investor. I like that.
Yeah.
A life investor? I've never heard it put that way.
No, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah. I mean, you gonna bring it. We don't need no shyness today. We might get a little crazy, might say a few things, so don't get offended.
I'm not.
We just have fun. Don't get offended, and you will be back. I can guarantee you that. So all I can tell you to do is bring it. We real. We talk about business. We talk about what we can do for somebody else. We created this show to lay a platform for up and coming businesses or businesses that's established, that's looking to grow, as we are looking to grow. I'm looking to grow my business. You're looking to grow your business. Malcolm and Lisa are looking to grow their business. So it's all about the almighty dollar and what we can do for each other, because individually you can never get it done.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Every now and then you get a person that blows up online overnight, and we love those kinds of stories. But throughout civilization, however you want to say it, throughout society, most conglomerates, most corporations are built because they partnered up together. Most of your Fortune 500 companies partnered up together to make each other stronger. And that's what we're trying to do here, build our own network of successful businesses.
Yeah, and Tracey know what I'm talking about. We both came from the same place, a little place in Brenham, Texas called Hog Branch.
Yes, sir.
Hog Branch.
Hog Branch. We got it out the mud, baby. Like they said, when you get it out the mud, we came out the mud, literally.
Yo, stop it. Hog Branch, Texas.
Hog Branch.
Yo,
Texas,
It's not
baby.
Texas. It's Brenham, Texas.
Brenham, Texas. Okay.
It's a street.
Little small community,
like
brother.
area.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So it's a creek that runs. There's a creek that runs through it, and when we all little, all our people raise hogs down on the creek.
Okay.
So that's where the name Hog Branch came from. So, yeah.
All right. The community of Hog Branch.
So, yeah. That's right. So
Well,
when we was little, we played down in the hog pens.
Well, I hope Hog Branch is tuned in tonight. Hog Branch, y'all share this video to all small business owners in that region of Texas, because this is a round table, as I said before, and we want to discuss business. If there's anything we can do for your small business down there in Hog Branch, is it a creek? Hog Branch Creek, right? Hog Branch Road.
It's a stream.
It's a stream.
Well, he older than me, so I didn't really know why it was called what it was, but he got it for y'all.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just knew it was Hog Branch.
I grew up fishing, hunting ducks.
All right.
Everything down in there.
He's going to have to take me to this Hog Branch soon, y'all. Let's kick this thing off. Tracey, for the next, I don't know, 2 to 10 minutes, we want you to let our listening audience know exactly who you are and what you do and why you do it.
Well, my name is Tracey Hall. I'm from Brenham, Texas.
Hog Branch.
Hog Branch. Old Chapel Hill Road,
All
whatever you want to call it. I'm from there.
Yes, ma'am.
From the country for sure.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a master's in education. Always wanted to be a teacher for 30 years.
Yes, ma'am.
Came across an opportunity in 2016. First was network marketing. Didn't know what it was. I heard about Mary Kay, Mama So, Avon. Didn't know that was a stream of income. I just thought she was doing something because if anybody know my mama, she got 50 jobs. So I just figured it was just something she was doing, and she liked doing it, and she liked buying shit. So I just figured that's what it was.
Yes, ma'am.
But anyways, moving forward, 2016, my brother passed. So the opportunities came, and when the opportunities came, I just took them. I didn't care what it was, if it was jumping off the building, bungee jumping, jumping out of planes. I did not care what it was. I was just fearless that year.
You did all that?
I did all of that in 2016. But I came across a company, and I made like $10,000 in a month. And I was like, oh my God, like, what is this? Like, I don't have to work in a school system and be tied to a contract.
Okay.
I was like, oh yes. The same year, 6 months later, I was introduced to FOREX, foreign exchange, the foreign exchange, the money market, basically.
Yes, ma'am.
So stocks, we trade currencies, we trade metals, energies, whatever you can think of, indices. And then I learned about trading. So the charts for me were like money. Like it was a different type of money. Like I was completely in control of the money. I didn't have to depend on anybody to give me anything. I didn't have to sell nothing to nobody. I could make $200-300 when I first started. The goal was to replace my job.
Exactly.
So in 2017, I got into the books. I went through all the videos, and I learned how to trade within the first 3 to 6 months. Okay. Obviously, again, I had just graduated with my master's, so good country people were like, "You stupid! You finna quit your job. You're making that good $55,000 a year." You know,
them good country people.
Yeah, them good country people, and so they were totally against. I had one special uncle. I ain't gonna say his name. He might sue me. He can't wait to get a check. But he was the first one that was like, "You is crazy. You gonna quit your job?" And I quit that job. However, because there was not a lot of entrepreneurs that went, or in my family went from a job to completely a business owner, I didn't have nobody to coach me. I didn't have nobody to talk to. So I got scared, you know, and so the money started, even though I was making the money I had saved up, I was always taught to at least have a year in advance saved up. So you could take off a year and do your ventures and do whatever you want to do. And I did that. The money started twinkling. I started getting scared, you know, and then I came across cryptocurrency. Okay. So when I came across cryptocurrency, I started learning about that. See, being a teacher, you like to learn. Right. Right. So get into that, learning what cryptocurrency was. I was a part of the big boom of Bitcoin the first time. So I made a few $100,000. I mean, I ain't gonna say how much I made. I made some money. There you go. I said the wrong thing. I made some money in that season. But again, because nobody knows how to invest, nobody teaches us how to invest, kind of stopped there, and the money kind of went down really fast, and we didn't know what to do but reinvest what we had. So I slowed down, took another break. That following year, because of fear, I went back to work. I went back to teaching. I kept learning how to invest. But long story short, I quit my job again. and over the time,
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, that was coming. Over the time, I learned like I could do it. you know, if I had faith, if I believed in God, if I kept giving all my words to him, that he would take me and lead me wherever I need to go. So here I am. 2021, I branched off and started my own investment school and teaching people how to trade. So far, I have 100 students, and can't wait to have more. But, you know, learning how to market, learning how to get it out there. This is perfect. This is a perfect way to do it. But getting people to be attracted to learning how to make money or multiply money, should I say, is the challenge right now. So
the challenge is getting people to multiply money.
So
Is that what you? I love the way you said that. I love the way you verbalized that. Say it one more time for those that are in the back.
The challenge is getting people to want to multiply their money, to actually believe in the fact that you can multiply your money. It's possible. Struggle.
It's possible.
It's very much so possible.
Do you young people hear that? That's getting it out the mud right there.
Yes.
We come from nothing to something. It's possible.
So are you using your own money to trade, or are you trading other people's money?
I trade my own money.
Okay.
Yes.
So what would you recommend, like a starting point for somebody?
For money?
Yeah, if somebody was to get involved.
It depends on your skill level. You know, okay. So coming in, if you learn how to trade, like if you were to go to my program and go through the videos and be on the live trading, because I trade live from 2 to whenever, every morning. So 2 a.m. to, it could be 5. The latest we've done maybe 5:30. Wow. And I call the trades. So if they want to get in, or we confirm trades. So I'm their backbone. I'm like the teacher in the class, and we're practicing questions and they have an answer, or they're comparing their answer, or we're redoing the test and confirming the answers, and they jump in the trade. Mm-hmm. And so I have people making anywhere from $100 a day to $1,000 a day. It just depends on what they want to do, but mm-hmm. You can't be fearful. So the whole system, you can have all the money in the world. You can come over here and have all the money in the world, but if you're scared to lose your money, it's over with.
Right.
It's over with. If you don't believe that, you know, for me, it's a God thing. So I had to put all my belief in him, because the world has made us fearful. Yes. The world has made us feel like we can't do nothing, or right. We have to work, or
you have to follow the system.
You have to follow the system, right? And that's why people are still on housing or different government assistance, because they can't get away with it, because that's what they've been taught.
Exactly.
You know, so it's hard to get away from that. I knew that I wasn't going to work 2 jobs. I knew that. My mama worked too. She worked 4 a.m. to 11 p.m. Monday through Friday, most of the time in school. And then the weekend, she had another job to replace the job through the week. Mm-hmm. So there was no break. So it was like, how can I be a parent? I have 2 kids. I have 2 boys, 2 kings. So how can I be a parent to them and show them that you don't have to work like that?
Right.
It's hard work. You want to do hard work, and that's smarter than hand work or hard work.
Yes, indeed. I love the way this story is going. I hope you love it too. She's showing you how to multiply your money tonight. Her name is Miss Tracey Hall. And we're talking about Forex right now, correct? Is that what you're trading?
Yes.
She's going to teach you how to trade Forex, and she has a class.
I have classes.
Let's rehash that point right quick. Okay. Tell them, our listening audience, a little bit about your class, how they can join, and why should they feel so confident in your class? I know you just said it.
I'm confident because I'm a hog, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like that, we just come with. I got good blood. Ain't nothing not confident over here.
Good country blood.
Good country blood. Absolutely. I got a very, very good breed. If ain't nobody know, he know. I got a good breed. I got a good blend. But I have class. I force everybody to take a brain break on Saturdays, because you'll get so caught up in the money, and the charts, and you get bamboozled. A lot of things play a part. I teach you everything. I teach you how to reconnect to God. We actually have a community fast throughout the months. Whenever the Spirit speaks to me, I say, hey, Friday, we're going to have a fast. We're going to fast Friday to Sunday. Just because you have to be able to reconnect to yourself.
Reconnect.
You have to be spiritually grounded to go to the market, because if there's any fear or doubt, that's not godly. So when you go to the market, that doesn't work.
Okay.
You start doubting yourself. You start doubting your trades. You can trained all week, and then you get to the chart and you're scared. That's not how we do things. That's why people don't start businesses.
Right.
Okay. So We have a live trading class from 2 until, I put until, so 2 a.m. until whenever I'm ready to go to sleep and take we call them rich naps. So we say rich day, we say rich afternoon, we say rich dreams when we go into bed.
Okay.
We say rich naps because we don't sleep. We the no sleep squad is what we call ourselves.
Wow, we need to change this to the Rich Power Hour. If you speak it, it will come true.
Absolutely. So on Sundays we have mindset in the morning, so 6 a.m. And then we have a Sunday market recap. So we go over everything that happened through the week last week. And then Monday we have something called FOREX Flow. FOREX Flow is I either set you up for another trade if we didn't take enough trades through a night, or we just talk about the market, or I might train them on something that I saw or learned, or I got a whole bunch of shit in my pocket. I got pockets everywhere. I'm just hiding game. You know what I'm saying? I'm a pimp. I'm trying to give everybody the game.
Right.
So then we have something called HFX, which is high frequency forex, a little bit faster. But if you don't train yourself, it can be coming like gambling. So you'll be throwing money in. But I have a 30-second strategy.
30
seconds. You can make thousands in 30 seconds.
Okay.
If you get the strategy down. And then we have basic courses. So I teach you basics. We have a live chat so you can talk your problems, your whatever you need, or support each other. We're very positive. We speak very positive words. I will kick your ass out of my group the moment that your energy wrong.
Okay.
It's just facts. I tell everybody we chosen. I go through a whole interview before I let you in my group, because I don't want you to come over here and be like, I'm just about money. It's not just about money. It's about you actually learning a skill that can break generational curses.
There you go.
That's what it is.
Okay.
So this is generational wealth. Well, not getting rich overnight, not overnight success. This is actually generational wealth.
Okay.
I broke a curse.
There you go.
And nobody in my family do this but me.
Nobody.
And I was able to teach, and I brought it to multiple people in my family, and it was up to them if they're willing. See, our culture don't want to see you do better than them, so they don't want to learn from your ass either.
No.
But they'll go behind your back and try to teach themselves when you got the key. Right? I'm the key to open a new chapter in your life, but you don't want to take it. So your lock will never be open. I'm cool with that. Stay broke. I don't have a problem with that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, you said I'm not being shy.
Hey, she bringing it. I mean, you blazing high already.
Hey, I heard the gears change.
Yes.
I heard the gears change from low to
I had
high.
to make sure,
She was sitting there like,
I'm a Virgo, so I'll be checking the energy, making sure you good, making sure you ain't got nothing up your sleeve, and you ain't hiding nothing.
Right.
wow.
This is
She
what I
just
am.
flipped the switch on,
I
didn't
did.
she, Monica?
I did.
She just
I
sitting here
had
like
a
she
radio
was
show.
innocent.
I had a radio show. I got a podcast. So it's a pleasure to be here, to be invited to be a guest versus actually running a show. Like,
Right.
I did this every Monday.
I read that on your page.
Yeah.
I stalked you a little bit.
Yeah. So
And-
I felt some type of way. I don't care what platform it is. You called me. I was like, hell yeah, y'all be on the replay. Y'all be hit a link. Link.
Yeah.
Baby, I'll post that shit everywhere. I don't care if nobody show up. Shit, you saw me on TV.
On the TV.
On the screen. I'm on the big screen. But anyways, so the 2 a.m. is called Freaks Come Out at Night. That's what we started.
Wow.
Okay.
Because that's when the market go crazy. So when we have a happy hour session, we have a happy hour strategy.
So wait a minute. There's an ideal time to trade.
There are ideal times to trade, because the market opens in different countries.
Oh.
So Great Britain opens, or the pound, or UK, London opens at a certain time, which is in the middle of the night. When we sleep, London up. So I'm global.
Okay.
I have people in Australia, Austria, Germany. I have people on my team that's in the UK, Canada, and then most of them are from the US.
And
She is on fire.
you say
I'm burning. What you say? Burning the houses down.
Burning
Burning
the houses
the
down.
house
Burning the house
Burning the
down,
house.
baby.
So
It's coming.
So you say they're on your team,
Mhm.
and I don't mean to cut you off, Wayne. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be quiet and hand you the mic. I promise. You say they're on your team in different countries, different parts of the world.
Mhm.
Does that mean you're all capitalizing on this market together? You're all making money together?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And how
I'm the
does
shepherd, they the sheep. So
she's
we
the
the lamb
sheep,
squad.
the sheep herder?
Yeah.
So how does that work? Explain.
I do a Zoom call.
Okay.
I do a Zoom call whenever time we have a schedule. Everybody log in, and I set them up for success. At least that's my goal.
Okay.
But you got to receive it.
Got to receive it.
Yeah, you got to receive the success. It's easier to just be there. Some people just be there, but you have to receive the wealth that I'm giving you because it's easy to make money. It really is. You just got to get out your way.
Got to get your mind out of your way. Got to get outside of your comfort zone. Correct.
Definitely out of your comfort zone because you're playing with money.
Uh-huh.
See, people rather go buy a pair of shoes than to put $200 a month and flip it.
There you go.
So I can take 200 to 10,000,
Mhm.
and your shoes will stay the same, depending on what kind of shoes you purchase.
Depending on what kind of shoes you purchase.
They don't hear that. They don't hear that out there. Say that again.
I said I could take your 200 to 10,000. Your shoes, they do nothing. As soon as they get scratched up, you can't sell them.
Mm-mm.
So it just depends on where you want to be at. You want to look fly. You want to look like you got money. See, people that got money don't look like it. Exactly. They stay plain. They're not buying. You know, broke people buy $1,000, $100,000 bullshit.
Wait a minute, don't you come talking about my red bars. I like my red bar. I worked hard. I worked a long time to
But
get
what
the
are
red
they?
bar.
What are they bringing in? Like, what are they bringing? How are your red? You wearing somebody else's name? I'm trying to create my own.
Trying to create your own.
I'm trying to create my own style. I want somebody to wear Hall labels, not Gucci labels. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I want to be. I want to be on the corners. I want to have land. I want to have my own real estate. I want to have Hall investments in a whole nother bracket, not just in the financial market, but overall, that's what I see. That's what I see. I always been saying I'm my own blocks. I'm my own streets.
There you go. Own blocks. Buy the whole block.
By the block. I ain't talking about that block, but I'm talking about a block.
Right. An entire strip center with your name on it.
We got to buy that block. We got to rejuvenate it and bring it back. So we got to buy that block.
Yes.
That's what
that's what everybody else doing.
That's the goal.
They going into these low income neighborhoods, they
and
flipping them and kicking everybody else's ass out.
Uh-huh.
So if you ain't got it, you lose your home, you lose the value. Don't let your taxes be behind.
It's called gentrification, y'all.
Gentrification.
That's what it's called. If you see
what
that,
they go in and plop up a nice 3-story condo at the end of the block and run everybody's taxes up down on the other end of the block. And what about that old lady that's getting $500 a month that have been owning her house for 50 years, but she can't afford to pay them taxes because she ain't getting but $500 a month.
Right.
And there it is.
Fixed income.
There it is.
Fixed income.
Yep, there it is. That's the way it works. A lot of people don't understand that. But the thing that I like and that I like what I'm hearing is everything that we've talked about in these coming weeks. She has sit here in 15 minutes. In 15 minutes and reiterated to everything we have been teaching on this show, the whole platform. I mean, and it makes me feel good because we can see that we're headed in the right direction.
Yes, sir.
You know, and for somebody to come here and sit that's way younger than everybody on this panel.
Hey, watch how you said wave, man.
I ain't got no gray hair.
Said wave.
I ain't even got no. I mean, this wig got a piece back here, but that ain't mine. I know that for sure.
But see, and no matter what type of business that you're in, all of the goals are the same. The road is the same. We all travel the road to Jerusalem together. You know, some of us might be in the front, some of us might be in the middle, some of us might be in the back. But hey, we all on the same road. You know what I'm saying? And that's what reiterates what we're doing, what I'm doing, what you're doing, what you're doing. She's sitting right here, bringing it to the forefront.
Yes.
So from my point of view, though, I'm one of them ones that you just talked about that's scared. Because number one, and I'm sure you could probably understand where I'm coming from. I come from a third world country where everybody's poor. The only people with cars are doctors and lawyers, period. So I was raised poor my whole life. And now that I'm a serial entrepreneur, we've been
at the bottom and the top.
No. We've been fraudulent activity. We've been scammed multiple times. I can't tell you how many people have gotten into our inbox about Bitcoin and about trading. And there's just something about it. They're very aggressive with their conversations, and aggressiveness is what turns me off. It's what makes me scared. It's what makes me not want to pursue the conversation, because I feel like when you get a scammer on the phone or in your inbox, they're very aggressive. So they come across as a scammer to me. We have very close friends that do this, and they all swear that they make money. And we've been talking about getting into it, but it's a fear factor for me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the way that you broke it down, nobody else has ever done. Nobody else. I mean, they'll try to convince you to get into it and stuff like that. I love that you're having the classes. I would definitely like to learn more, but I would have to get past that scared point, you know.
Well, the Bible says, I am that I am. So whatever you feel is what you are. And you'll always be scared until you speak it out of yourself. So that's what we train each other to do in the group. I train them how to think when it comes to being doubtful. We fast. When you feel a certain way, you fast. There's something you eating that could be altering your mental image of what you see.
Right.
Because you can't be scared no more. You have multiple businesses. So you're not afraid to step out there, and you have faith in something.
Very true. Very true.
You just start small. They have demos. The one thing difference between me and a scammer is that I don't chase nor convince, I attract.
Right.
So if you're not attracted to me, then I don't want you anyway.
Exactly.
And I talk completely about happy money. It's a book about happy money. Don't give me no money if you're guilty about it. Don't give me no money if you don't want to give it to me.
Right.
You give me money because you have pleasure in giving me money. So I ain't never had nobody give me nothing but my mom or my daddy. Because they give it to me out of love.
Right. Extra bedroom at our mountain. I did just come stay 2 days a week and get motivated.
I'm gonna do it in reverse. We're gonna lock this door.
I can never. She's got lots of people listening in from all over the world. They know where she's at.
Love the way you think.
Yeah, I do. And I love the fact that you're I mean, as a teacher, obviously you're educating them and you're bringing God into it, because God has been taken out of so much in our life already that is a true blessing in itself. Because I'm the type of person that thinks of the positive and the negative at the same time. But what if? Because when it comes to luck, it's not something that comes around very often. Yes, we have multiple businesses, but not one business sustains us. Not one business is where we want it to be.
That's because you're looking for the business to sustain you. And the Bible says God will sustain you. So that's the difference between, again, your mentality.
Right.
So what we were saying, dang, I lost my train of thought, but
I'm sorry.
Even spiritually, it says,
I hope my dad's not listening.
I am.
Because you keep talking about, and my dad's an ordained minister, and he always, what you just said, he always says, you always put the business ahead of God or something. Isn't that what you just said?
Right.
Basically.
So I had to question that too with myself, because I jumped in. I wanted to teach. I'm a teacher. And I had been to multiple schools. I got a principal certification. I'm like, yo, I can do this. But every time I went into those school systems, they let me sign a slave contract, and they could do whatever they want with me after that. But I didn't come here for that. I came here for this.
Right.
And excuse my French, but bitch, I don't want your job.
Right.
I just want to do what I'm called to do.
Exactly.
That's to teach and to train people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So every school, principal, assistant principal, whoever, they had an issue with me because my smile was too big.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's a virtuous woman. I can't help that, baby. I'm just what I am.
Right.
You understand what I'm
Shine.
saying?
Absolutely.
So, and that's how we do it. That's biblical too. Smiling and laughing.
Mm-hmm.
They can't handle it. Misery love company. So people that come in your space like that, they don't like that.
Mm-mm.
So when it comes to being blessed and cursed, that's biblical too.
God, I would love to spend some more time with you. When you coming back?
Yeah. I
That's what y'all want me, baby. I would like this boy up for you.
I told you we're locking the door.
Please let me free. Let me
I
free.
told you the flames was gonna blaze high.
Yes, sir.
We're
So-
gonna take this show to a new level.
Yes,
I've been communicating with somebody on your team this whole time, making sure the sound is good and everything.
Oh, Beth.
And when
I bet you this Beth.
when I said we can't lock her in here because we got people listening in from all over and they know where she's at. They said, we sure do. Texans too.
Yeah. And there's some people over here on this side of town because I live in past Pearland. I live in Rocharon.
Okay.
So yeah. So I got some people on the north side on 1962.
We are not located at 4201.
Hey,
We recently moved.
I'm taking it back right now because I don't want to be down there in the mud down there in Brenham somewhere. I'm
Yeah.
just playing, y'all. We're having fun up here with Miss Tracey, and we're loving her thought process. Before we move on, though, I got to touch on something that Lisa touched on. She said she was scared.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the complete opposite.
Right. He's the gambler.
I'm the gambler.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you how scared she is. I will take a gamble. I will make a bet, place a wager 50 times in a row for 5, 10, 20,
Mhm.
5, 10, 20
Mhm.
until I accumulate $5,000 or $10,000.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I get 10,000, 7,000, let's go in the middle somewhere. When I get to $7,000, I'll get the big head. And she's like, take it out, take it out, take it out, withdraw it. She's wanting me to withdraw it.
Yeah.
Me, you touched on that earlier.
And he spends it all back.
If you're scared, you don't belong in this game. That's what you said earlier.
But he loses it all.
It happens. It happens like that every time.
We have those
I
people
will
too.
throw it right back because I only initially put in $50.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
my mentality. So now it's 7,000. My initial investment was $50. It's 7,000 now. To me, the only thing I'm wagering is 50. That's the only thing I can lose. To me, because
Yeah.
I never touched that 7,000. I left it in the account.
You have to learn how to diversify.
True.
That,
Mhm.
True.
but we have a profit plan.
Mhm.
So when I say I set you up for success, I set you up for success. You just got to get out of your way. So discipline is the key to wealth.
Exactly.
I
Right.
studied a lot of people, like watch them, and the one thing that I could see is they discipline is hell and they consistent. So
Yes.
we give you a plan, you put your money in, and you have a date, and you manifest that date.
Okay.
So if you put in 50, I guarantee you could be at 100,000, 6 figures by the end of the week if you follow the plan. See, plans work. People don't.
Right.
Goals,
I've
baby,
heard that
goals.
before. I've heard that before.
Goals. There we go.
So
Wow.
that's the
That's what I'm
difference.
talking
So
about.
you will always blow your money
Mhm.
when you can turn that 7,000 into 70 to 700,000 to 7 million.
Mhm.
So you're a gambler. I'm not.
You're
I'm a
not.
skillful
So
trader.
that's the difference.
That's the difference.
Right.
I do a skill. I'm skilled. You a gambler. You guessing.
Mhm.
There's no
Mhm.
skill in that.
Right.
It's foolishness.
Yes.
It's foolishness.
Whoa.
Say it again for the people in the back. I love it.
That $7,000, baby, we can make miracles with that.
I know.
So anybody that comes to you for trading, comes to you for your classes, is there I know I heard what your requirements are as far as everything, but is there a money requirement? Do they have to have a minimum of 1,000, 10,000? Do they have to have
To trade,
Mhm.
To enter the class.
to
begin
enter
with.
the class, yes. To enter the class, we have we call it monthly donations. I don't force you to pay shit. Like I told you, I
Right.
want happy money. I want you to
Right.
willingly want to be here.
Exactly.
If you don't want to be here, that's a bad relationship.
Right.
That's bad vibes. That bad
It's
energy.
toxic.
That's messing up my money. Baby, I'm for real.
Yeah.
Money is energy,
Right.
right? So if you're gonna mess that up for me, then you can go. I don't want to hold on to nobody.
Right.
When people leave, they say, "Did you reach out?" No, because if they want to be here, they coming back.
Yeah.
It's just like a good man,
It's business.
Right.
right?
Yeah.
In a good relationships, you do him well, he gonna come back.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
When you're a good
That's
woman,
why-
that's why you still here.
Yeah, when you're a good woman, they always come back full circle, sweetheart.
I-
No
I
matter how
leave.
many times you leave, they come
Yeah.
back because they
See?
gonna never find nothing like you.
When he
Exactly.
comes,
All right.
no, when he comes back, he's what? When he comes back, he's what?
I hope he changed shit.
She forgot what she said. If he comes back, he's a good man. That's
Yeah,
what
he
she-
come back.
Yeah.
A good man finds a good woman,
Right.
right? That's he finds a wife.
Wow.
So if he come back, he know what's up.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
But I
indeed.
might not want him then. I'm above.
Yep,
I might be
that
above
happens.
and not beneath then.
That
you
happens.
know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
She's sitting over here with a powerful glow. What was the name of that movie where the dude was doing all that to do with the Jerry curl and he had the glow around it? The last dragon.
The last dragon. Yes.
Oh Lord.
You
The last
should know
dragon.
he was just glow. I mean,
You
because
wasn't even on yet, was
I know what you're talking about.
because she giving off this energy.
Right.
People that she in here just giving off this energy that, you know, and to tell you the truth, I just discussed this with my wife last week. I was like, it's the first of the year and I gotta find something to get my mojo. I can't get my mojo. You know, I had so much going on and with COVID and, you know, this and that and my business, I set everything up for the first of the year. And then when the first of the year come, it was hard to catch traction. And I'm like, I just gotta find something to give me some momentum. I just can't get my traction. I just can't, you know, no matter how early I get up, no matter how late I go, it just seems like I'm missing something.
Right.
Look what I found, a diamond in the rough.
Or down in the rough.
somebody
I received that. Absolutely, definitely a diamond. I must say that.
I mean, you know, it's just sometimes you can just meet somebody on your way where you need the extra push that gives it. Because we talked about, and that's what I want to talk about right quick. Then I'm gonna let it go.
Okay.
The fear factor. I've always had the entrepreneurship. I've always had friends that had the entrepreneurship that went on to be successful. And I was always the one that
left behind.
I gotta go to work. I gotta go to work because I'm afraid of losing something.
Right.
I don't want to go back where I came from.
Right.
Well, somewhere along the way, I gained the faith. You know, and like they say, you have to look at the signs. God made it happen. You know, and one day I was sitting there in the phone room. And they said, well, we got some work for you. And I'm working, you know, getting up at 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, driving the truck for almost 20 years. Trying to make the family stay together, but trying to hustle on the side with the business.
Right.
But that don't work.
That don't work.
That don't work. You can't go work 12 hours and then try to run multiple businesses. It just does not work.
No.
You know, so about 2 weeks later, my job called and asked me, when you coming back to work? Well, I'm not.
Right.
It took me 10 years to figure out that I'm not coming back.
Right.
You know, because I was always afraid. I'm like Lisa, I was always afraid of the gap. I was always afraid of losing. So, you know, and now has been the most happiest time in my life for the last 6 years that I've been my own entrepreneur.
Free.
Right.
You know, I've got the freedom to, you know, and it feels good when you make your own money.
That's the part.
That's the
It's
part.
not about money. It's about freedom.
Freedom.
It's about freedom to do whatever. I've
Yes.
always been a hothead, so
Yes.
I think I get it from one of my uncles. But I've always been a hothead, so I ain't never been wanted to be told what to do. I've always been hard-headed. I've always wanted to lead. I just didn't know that there was a purpose behind it because when I taught that, I went to church. My grandparents are pastors. I went to church every day on Old Chapel Hill Road. When we left church, we went to another church. So I know what it is, but they didn't know how to speak faith into their grandchildren.
Okay.
So that's the difference between now I know and then being a teacher and owing the government a nice little sum of student loans because they don't teach you about the loans either.
No.
So I owe money to them that it's already paid. You know, in my mind, it's already paid because that's what I say.
Good.
But now I was pissed. I was like, damn, I didn't have to go to school. I didn't have to do any of this. If y'all would have gave this to me, but see, they didn't open this up to retail traders till Obama came in office.
Right.
So and then before then, you had to have 6 figures to be in this game. So everybody need to jump on it.
Okay.
Everybody needs to jump on it because you can jump in this game for $200 and learn low. You got somebody teaching you risk management if you get with the right people. You got somebody teaching you what to put in, not to over leverage, and how to grow slowly. Because slow money lasts, fast money don't. So that's the whole part of the game.
She's not leaving. I'm just playing, y'all. Hey, we are with Tracey Hall. What's the name of your business? Tracey?
Lamb Hall Investments.
Lamb Hall
Yes.
Investments. Where can
Lamb
they find your business online?
LambHallInvestments.com.
Lamb Hall. Lamb, like a
Lamb,
Mary had a little lamb.
Absolutely. I'm Mary.
Mary, this is Mary right here. She had Lamb Investments.
Yes.
Hall and Lamb. Lamb Hall.
LambHall.com.
LambHallInvestments.com.
That will take you to the direct website.
Y'all go to Lamb Hall Investments. That's all one word, no hyphens, no nothing. LambHallInvestments.com. As soon as we get off of this video, somebody is burning rubber in our parking lot. If you hear that, I'm sorry about that. It must be doing donuts or something. But hey, LambHallInvestments.com. If you want more information, go to that website as soon as we get off, or take a break from our video, take a break from our website. Go to another phone if you're on a website or on the live feed, and type her up. Type it up. Are you on YouTube too?
Yes, it's Trade with Coach T on YouTube. They haven't gave me the ability. I had to start a new account, so they haven't given me the ability to just pick my own link yet. But I'm almost to 100 subscribers, so we'll get there. So maybe tonight we'll.
Hey,
maybe tonight.
We're going together. We're going together.
We're going together.
Power to the people.
Yes.
We're going together.
I'm sorry. Can I wait one thing? Coach Tracey T, is that what you said?
Coach T.
Coach
so Trade with Coach T.
Trade with Coach T on YouTube. That's Trade with Coach T on YouTube and LambHallInvestments.com. Go ahead, Ken Wayne.
Is there anything other that you do besides trading? Because it seems like you got so much energy bottled up in you. And once you go to sleep after trading, you wake up fully energized. So you got to be doing something else.
Not much. I mean, I study a lot. Right now, my goal is to be reconnected to greatness. That's the study I have for 30 days. So every day I focus most of my day on reconnecting with my relationship with God.
Okay.
Nobody really, we talk about them, but we don't talk about how important that relationship is when you're trying to get to another level. Because he can take me where I need to go. There's a lot of things that came up in the last 30 days. I was like, I didn't think about that. Like, I was always praising my father, but not praising God. So I was like, I got to switch that up, because I talk about old book all the time. Everybody know Tracey love her daddy. And you ain't going to never put that past. I love my daddy. I'm always going to talk about my daddy. I'm a daddy's girl for heart, but I think God could get jealous. So I said, I love my daddy.
Put some balance on that.
Right. And focus more so on God. I got two boys, I said, one's 16, I'm ready to kick his ass out. And then I got the 8-year-old for the most part. And I got two boys, I said. Now I started rental on Toro. Okay. So I have 3 cars, got an Audi, 2 BMWs, and I, rent them out, because I seen a bunch of girls doing it on TikTok. I was like, shit, these hoes. They out here doing this. We're gonna have
to bring her back to the after dark because she talks like us.
Yeah, I got it in me, for real. I'm pretty on the outside, so that's the shield.
But she's a hole in the inside.
But I'm for sure. I got
definitely that.
We try to censor ourselves on this show, but wink, we understand.
You have to censor that a couple pieces, but I tell anybody I will pray and punch you all at the same time.
Pray and punch you at the same breath.
Just depends,
Warrior for the God. Warrior for the Lord.
Right. So like the kids, and I focus on the group. I focus on, my goal is 20 millionaires every 6 months. So the biggest accomplishment out of that is their mind.
Okay.
So I got a vision. They in my vision.
Okay.
Then now they have to create their own vision within themselves. A lot of us, we live through other people's vision, but you have to have your own vision.
Live vicariously. I didn't want to cut you off.
Yes.
But living through other people.
Yes.
You're living vicariously instead of living through your own.
So you believe it. You believe it. Having you seen somebody do it. I know y'all got businesses. I know it can be done. But you got to see it for yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
And then that's where we go back to writing it down. We talk about that, like, did you write down your vision today? Did you write in your gratitude journal?
Wow.
Yeah, we have a gratitude journal. I'm actually creating one to post to sell on Amazon. So I'm finding different ways. Again, I don't have nobody. So I go through YouTube. I go through different websites to learn different ways. So I ain't got to leave my house. I'm truly an introvert. I'm funny as hell. But my name is Crazy T. it is. That's the before me. I'm coach now. I'm coach.
No more crazy.
No more crazy, but focus on the coach. But finding different ways. I ain't got to leave my house, and I got multiple streams of income coming in, and I ain't got to talk to nobody. I ain't got to cuss nobody out.
That's what I'm talking about.
Shift my mood or anything, and then going to the gym. Like my main focus is doing what my mama couldn't do, and that's catering to my kids, hanging out with my kids, having a life with my kids.
There you go.
So that's my biggest thing.
Ending the curse.
Ending the curse.
The generational curse is what we're talking about, y'all. Ending it is what Tracey Hall is here to talk about tonight, and she wants to teach the entire world how to trade Forex.
I will lead many nations, honey.
And she's international, which is
baby.
awesome.
Yeah.
She stays up all night doing this.
I get texts all day.
Yeah.
There ain't no time. What time is it over there? I ain't sleep.
As Lisa said earlier, we've had at least 5 or 6 friends approach us about trading with them, and getting us recruiting, trying to recruit us to trade with them, and no one has ever verbalized it like this.
No.
Because we were able to just say, you know what, I'm going to talk to Lisa and we'll get back to you. But tonight I'm sitting here going,
let's think about it.
What can I do this time?
What's the link again?
Exactly.
And I'm not just blowing hot air. I'm not just blowing smoke for real. Before, we had a daiquiri shop at this time last year. What's this month? Yes, this time last year we had a daiquiri shop open. Hope to God we'll get it open again. It was called Daiquiri Soul. It was on Greens Road. Anyway, for those of you who are sitting there saying, what daiquiri shop did they own? I just wanted to put that out there. But we had a group that used to come to the shop and set up shop literally in a corner of the room, and they would order food from us for that 4 hours a day, 4 hours once a week. They would come, they would order food, they would drink our daiquiris and sit back there and talk about Forex on our TVs. We had 6 TVs on the wall, and they would teach one of the classes. They would hook one of their laptops up to one of our TVs and teach the class in our daiquiri shop. They sat there, like I just said, once a week for hours for a year, Lisa? And not once was I this interested.
No.
So
I'm attracting my tribe.
You did your job today.
We definitely appreciate you coming in. We definitely gonna have to have you back. Hopefully when we go to a 2-hour show, because 1 hour is not enough time. But we want to end the show by doing a quick food review for our new sponsor on the Power Hour.
What food?
Yeah, Malcolm ate it all before we got to do the review, but that's okay because it is so good. I don't blame him. But I'm going to turn this over to Kenneth Wayne so he can introduce our sponsor for the Real Talk 100 Power Hour. And then we'll go around the room and give our reviews. And then we'll close it out with our awesome guest and get ready for the next show, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in.
You got the address?
I remember Little York. I don't remember the numerics.
I can look it up real quick.
Let them eat. Let them eat.
Let them eat.
Let them eat. Let them eat. Picked up sponsorship here on the Power Hour. When things slow down a little bit, he'll be coming and serving us. We're going to have it professional. He's going to have his little white smock on and bring our food in on the nice white plates and, with the nice silverware. And, we plan to we're going to do big things here in 2022. And as y'all can tell, the last 2 weeks have been on fire.
Yes, indeed.
Anybody following this up, you better go get your pad, get your pen, go sit in the corner and figure out what can you bring to this show that has not been bought already, because it is burning high this year. Last week it was Miss Marcita.
Yes, indeed.
This week is Miss Tracey. And Miss Tracey, I told her the other day, I said, you have to bring it to top last week. She said, I got you. And guess what?
She sure did.
Woo, she walked in the door, she was glowing.
Yeah.
So,
until I called her ma'am. You should have seen her. She was like,
I don't get offended by that. I don't want that respect to leave.
Okay.
Because people want to delete it and they don't need to.
I got
we know who to say, ma'am,
find it, Lisa?
And who to say yes, ma'am, and yes, sir, too.
Waiting for the show.
I would every time I see you, I'll do that. Even I don't care if we get buddy, homegirl, homeboyish. I'm still gonna be like, yes, ma'am, and you're gonna have to say, ma'am, stop it.
You need to call in up here. Give them the call in number. What's the call in number? Can we get some call ins? the last 5 minutes of this show, can we get a few call-ins? Anybody out there watching?
The address for Let 'em Eat is 19225 West Little York, Katy, Texas. And he is open every day from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Again,
19225 West Little York, Katy, Texas, 9 to 8 p.m.
and we are talking about let them eat, y'all. We're not talking about let them eat. We're talking about let them eat. That is hashtag. Put it in your phones. Put it in Google. Hashtag let. That's LET. Is EM and eat is EAT. That's let eat. Spell it just like that, and you will see all of his food. Go to Facebook right now and type in Let 'em Eat Catering, Food and Catering. Let 'em Eat Catering. I know. Just put in Let 'em Eat Catering, and all of his videos will come up. His customer reviews will come up, and it's in Katy, Texas, of Little York. You're not going to be disappointed. That is our sponsor that brought me this empty plate tonight. I'm just playing. I've already eaten mine, but he had shrimp and grits delivered to us tonight, and I ate it cold. I can't wait to get a hot plate of it, which right over here. As soon as we get off air, I'm going to heat it up in the microwave. I ate it cold, and it was delicious. That's my review. I want everybody in Katy and the greater surrounding areas, or the surrounding areas of Katy, to go check him out. Let him eat. He's a small business owner. That's what we're here on this Power Hour to do, is to empower small businesses. This guy believes so much in his food that he sent us. I keep holding up this empty plate. I'm sorry. This empty plate is a complete disservice to this guy. Complete. We have a whole pan over here. He believes so much in his food. He says, I want to be y'all sponsor. And he prepares a delicious meal for us every week. Hey, y'all go. She's over here and she can't even talk right now. We want the city of Houston to support Let 'em Eat. Mr. Let 'em Eat himself, he's a chef, and he cooks delicious food. Go check him out. Let 'em Eat. Go check out his food right now. Kenneth Wayne, before we end the show with Miss Tracey, we didn't let you finish where you were going. You said it was on fire, and Tracey topped last week. And
I'm the best for the year. I don't know what y'all gonna do now.
Marcina, don't come through the screen.
So let me, Chef KP, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start a weekly raffle. So if you're listening to this show, if you're tuning in to this show, when you go in to buy something, we're gonna have something for you to sign, to put your name in a drawing. And Craven Cakes or Chef KP is gonna do a drawing for a dessert at the end of the week. And we're not gonna make you a $200 cake, but we will do something, and I'm part of Craven Cakes. So we did bring some delicious desserts for the night. We're also a sponsor of the Power Hour. And like I said, just mention the Power Hour, Real Talk 100, when you go over there and buy from KP. And hey, we're gonna look out for you. We're gonna look out for our customers. We're gonna look out for our people out there, Radio Land. And to go back to Miss Tracey over here, I'm about to have a one-on-one session with you every week.
That's $155 an hour.
There you go.
That's fine. That's fine. I got to pay somebody else.
And I will teach you as long as you like.
Ooh, I bet you will.
But see, teaching is not the thing. It's just a conversation. It's just a motivational conversation. It's what you bring, the energy that you bring, the self-confidence that you bring to this panel, to this table. Like I say, you have lit this room up tonight. You're gonna send everybody home.
Seriously?
You're gonna send everybody home thinking about what can I do to be better tomorrow.
I know she's definitely motivated me to get out of my own way, because I know I'm in my own way. I just don't know how to get out of my own way. So having somebody that can move me out of my own way, per se, that is definitely something that intrigues me, because I am my worst enemy. I'm my worst critic.
I think we all are at the beginning. I mean, at the end of the day, we all are. Majority of my group are women. And unfortunately, we've been through a little bit more than maybe guys may go through, and they're less emotional. There's something about having kids that shifts that for us, that we're a lot more protected
Right.
Of our situation.
Right.
We worry more because I didn't give a damn when I was young. But now there's a worry factor.
Yeah.
So there's worry, there's guilt, there's doubt, there's all of this that you have to be able to censor and kind of get rid of.
Exactly.
And so that's the group. I mean, many of the women, we all have the same story. We have the same conversations. And I have guys too, so it's not. And my group range from 21 to my oldest lady is 71.
You better get out of here before I buy at the next show.
I'm whatever. One-on-one training is different, baby.
One-on-one training is different.
One-on-one different.
We're gonna get the next show $100. Look, we're gonna buy it.
Well, we definitely appreciate you. It has been an amazing show. I can't wait to have you back. I can't wait to learn more. If anybody's listening, we do have multiple friends that do this, but the rest of you all got to come at this level and to really get us intrigued. So don't get your feelings hurt when we go with her instead of y'all. But I really, really, really appreciate everybody that tunes in every week on Tuesday at 7 until 8 something. We definitely appreciate. We definitely going to run over. We definitely go into 2 hours in 2022. I'm speaking that into existence for sure. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Our next show is Go ahead.
I want you to finish. I just don't want you to end it without me saying one more thing.
Okay. So tune in for our next show that will be starting at 8:30. And for sure, it's going to be a good show. We're talking about a fashion show that is coming up because we definitely are on that bandwagon. And we have a fashion show and a talent show coming up. We want to talk about that. We need models and everything else. So you guys definitely tune into that show. Malcolm lost my train of thought, so I'm going to try to get the name of the show right. It's
Crazy Creativity with Miss Wendy.
Exactly.
Okay.
My C's were coming out all wrong. So definitely tune in at 8:30. Malcolm, I'll turn that over to you.
Crazy. It's always
I messed you up.
Crazy Creativity with Miss Wendy Quick is all about the visual art world. So models, fashion designers, y'all tune in. That's what's coming up next from 8:30 to 9:30 on this network. So keep it locked to Real Talk 100 Radio. But I want Miss Tracey to end the show. Miss Tracey, I say on our show all the time, and I'm bringing it to our show is After Dark with Malcolm and Lisa, by the way, and that's the uncensored show. We're going to have you on because you like to curse.
I didn't come in. Somebody child was watching. I just seen After Dark. I knew it was dark.
But we're gonna have
slip up and call you whatever.
I know it, and we're gonna have you back on that show After Dark with Malcolm and Lisa. It airs on Mondays and Wednesday nights from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. We'll have you back. You can say whatever you want on that show.
I like that one.
Can I come in my green suit?
Yes, you can, sir.
Lord.
In the green suit?
Yes, you can, sir. You can.
Oh, wow.
You've been talking about this green suit for 6 years. I need to see this thing. I need to see it. But Tracey, I say it on our show all the time. So I'm going to start saying it on the Real Talk 100 Radio Power Hour, because I hate for our guests to get in their cars and head home and say, we spent so much time having fun that I forgot to mention something about my business. So at this time, to close out the show, is there anything you'd let our listening audience is there anything you'd like our listening audience to know about your business that we haven't discussed tonight?
For me, it's all about the whole person. So if you need life coaching, if you need weight loss, everybody knows me for the weight loss. That's where it really started at. I kind of kept the investment side out because I don't like rejection, and most of us don't. But this is your season. It's our year. It's our turn to get out of our way, and I'm here to coach you wherever you want to go. If it's little or a lot, I got you. I got your back for most, and I'm full of energy. My classes, all of them are fun. For the most part, people love just being there. Some people don't even care about the money sometimes. They just care about being in a positive, strong environment, and that's what I give. I've always had in my classroom. So can't wait to hear from you.
Just all that. She left out one thing, though. It caught my ear earlier, so I'm going to let y'all know now. She just mentioned positivity in her class. If you come with a negative attitude,
I'm kicking your ass.
she's going to put you out. So show up positive, show up ready to change your life with Miss Tracey.
Transform. We don't change. We transform.
Transform.
Ready?
Yeah,
So
we
that means transform to something that's crawling on the ground to something that's flapping its wings and flying across there. I got you. She wants to transform your life. We are with who? Tracey
Hall, A.K.A. Coach T, A.K.A. Crazy T Lady.
Crazy T Lady. Look her up once again as we end the show. Look her up on YouTube.
My team is on there, baby. That's all Coach right there. Them all my people. Hey, y'all.
Love, that's love right there. Love right there. Tell everybody else where to find you on YouTube, where to find you on Instagram and Facebook.
My IG is Crazy T Lady. The letter T, not TEA. My YouTube is Coach Trade with Coach T. My website is lamhallinvestments.com. And my Facebook is just Tracey Hall.
Okay. I will try to put all of those in our comments as soon as we get off in case you didn't hear it. That is it for tonight. Like I said earlier, the next show is all about visual arts. If you're into the visual arts world and you're a champion against domestic violence, this is the show for you. It's called Crazy Creativity with Miss Wendy Quick. That's all we got tonight on the Real Talk 100 Radio Power Hour. We hope you enjoyed it. If you would like to have your show highlighted, if you would like to have your brand highlighted on the Real Talk 100 Radio Power Hour, all you have to do is text POWER to 936-333-1969, and you'll be sitting right here where Tracey's sitting very, very soon. That's all we got tonight. We'll see y'all next week.
Holla.
Okay.